The black hole lingers. Messages from the island's observers start leaking through the darkness, without a hint of stress nor panic. Now, with the 0 point no longer a secret to keep, they can assert their control over it. This was their plan all along. However, the gaze of others may now turn towards the island, as what the Seven attempted was risky. They had to save the 0 point while still leaving it at the hands of their enemy. After recovering from the black hole into the cosmic orb we've come to know, the 0 point rearranges our old island into a new one to protect itself in hiding.
Look at the world that we live. Look how the evil is grown. All the innocence lost. We need a new beginning, man. The vision is off. We need to wage war. Yeah, we need to rage on. I'm here. War boots, I'ma buy a pair. No suits, just fights here. Grassroots is a white gear. I'm still fly like a pilot chair. Brave hearts never die in fear. I ain't a stranger to the danger. I'ma live and I'm dying here. Yeah. So I'm looking up more. Cause I know what I'm up for. Cause we need a change. Starting an uproar, and nobody can stop us. Yeah, we starting the ruckus. Yeah, we starting the ruckus.
Season by season, we'll uncover not only the true name and purpose of the island's controllers, but also their sprawling facilities under this new world, which is much bigger than what they had expected. First, every new island needs a new map, so the observers dispatch their best ground team to discover what's above and report back. Ego, featuring Journey, Ripley, and others. To their surprise, someone is already there, dealing the island's resources in a black market. Alter, with the likes of Hazard and Sludge, clones led by Chaos Agent. This mysterious goopy mastermind experiments with everything on the new island, much like the observers, including a new slurp factory and the cube-powered Kevolution energy. Yet, to our surprise, Alter's presence combined with Ego's brings about the alter ego of a much older conflict, a spy war fought in the shadows with tensions rising. Every new island is at the center of a conflict, and this one's center has an island. A small patch of land with a cabin, couches, TVs, and toilets inside have become gold, marking the presence of two spy factions that will soon break into an all-out war, Ghost and Shadow. battle for control of the island takes place throughout the whole season, making us pick our allegiances to either Ghost or Shadow in newly established hotspots, such as the Marigold Yacht, the Rig, the Grotto, and the Shark, which later becomes a prison for traitors. Both factions are led by Midas, a crime boss with the namesake touch to turn things into gold. The Alter and Ego teams had some undercover agents from both Ghost and Shadow, which are then called to action via their earpieces, teased all along as part of Ego's insignia, now representing Ghost, and their rendezvous point is the brand new agency built on the Island, the headquarters of Ghost, heavily guarded by henchmen. But to understand this war and why it came to be, where did all these spies even come from? In his reality, Midas had taken the golden touch from Legend, the former King Midas, leaving him to rot as Oro. Midas used his near-infinite wealth to fund an empire of espionage, Shadow, before the days of Ghost. Chaos Agent, one of Midas's first shadows, built his mask based on the group's symbol. From his empire, Midas also brings Brutus, his right-hand man, and Jules, his daughter. She became a brilliant engineer with no wishes to follow in her father's footsteps, even though they both still care for each other, as shown by Midas's portrait of Jules at his desk in the agency. Yet, the further Midas grew from his days of espionage in Shadow, the more he questioned his legacy. What does one do with a world of spies? Something more. Ghost. Now Midas has trained a found family of those that stumble upon the island, featuring the courageous Sky, the explosive T and Tina, and the feisty Meowscles. Ghost became the heart of Midas's ambition, while Shadow was his crime-ridden past. Both factions are two sides of the same coin, used by the same mastermind, in a war of allegiances to the past and some to the future. During this conflict, an ambitious machine was built under the agency in secret. After the ashes of war, Midas's true plan becomes clear. One of Midas's first measures to contain his golden curse, before embracing it, was a suit that would hold his power and even make use of it, Cyclo. Jules rigs the suit up with a sample of the storm. Midas believes that by defying the storm and pushing it back, we would be freed from the loop. An open journal in his room at the agency shows drawings of an orb, the storm inside the emblem of Ghost, and Oro's scepter. These three combined make his true stand against the storm, the golden touch amplified by a massive device. Built in secret deep under the agency, giving us a peek at the controller's facilities that house the battle bus and other loop technologies. Midas had planned their downfall all along.
everything is not stable over here. We are Janice, dial the resonance actuator to 7.2. Now, please, yes, right now.
I'm on it.
Wait. Hold on. It's not just a storm. What does that mean? Must be connected to the loop. There's no way we could have predicted that it would react this way. This way. 'And that worked? How long do you think it'll hold? Good. Everything is, starting to stabilize here. Nothing seems to be... What the... Are you even... Wait. Can you hear me? Hear me?
5 pylons slowly rise out of underwater chambers surrounding the island, followed by the device, which destroys most of the agency in a massive explosion. It slowly powers up with golden electricity, since gold is a great conductor that connects to each of the 5 pylons. The device successfully pushes the storm back a few times before overloading itself and the technologies that enable the loop, taking us on a glimpse of the controller's facilities beneath. After a brief respite, the device turns back on for one final stand against the storm, pushing it back entirely. A strong enough push for us to glitch into the office of Agent John Jones. He's surprised we're even there, let alone that we can hear him too. Midas has shown us who's responsible for the loop and our endless fighting. However, no good deed goes unpunished. The storm, or rather our enemy, takes revenge against Midas by unleashing a towering wall of water that circles the entire island, frying the device and forcing it to retreat. At the island's center, in the ruins of the agency, Midas takes the mantle of Shadow once more in the face of his victory. Midas is dead just goes to show that no mastermind can escape the consequences of their actions. The wall of water breaks and floods the entire island as a result of the device, forcing the people of the island to live afloat.
Welcome to the waves, and to your very own Fortilla.
Here you can unlock challenges and buy the Battle Pass to recruit this unsinkable crew of drifters. This little stowaway is Kit. Oh, they grow up so fast. I invited Aquaman. He said yes. So I said, can you wear a shirt? He said, no. Then there's Jules, master engineer, with her incredible creations. Explore the Fortilla to meet everyone in our crew. Plus, check out the Build Umbrella. With the Battle Pass, you can design your own. By the end of the season, it'll be uniquely yours. Throughout your adventure, there'll be new areas to explore, new ways to get around, and hot new surprises. Watch out! So, buy the Battle Pass and unlock your team of drifters. Start designing your custom umbrella, earn 1,500 V-Bucks, and more. So what are you waiting for, mate? Dive in!
To secure her father's legacy, Jules builds a perimeter of walls surrounding the agency, now establishing the Authority. She brings with her the mechanical owl Ohm, one of her many feats of engineering. However, Jules isn't the only prodigy in the Shadow family, as Kit, son of Meowscles, built his own motorcycle mecha to adapt to this new island. Other vehicles drift into the island as the water level starts to drain, giving enough road space for cars and even revealing the once hidden Coral Castle, a city lost to the island's oceans. Newcomers to the island, such as Ocean, fight the remaining henchmen for their loot. Amid the summer chaos, a spaceship crashes with Dio and Siona, cosmic wanderers from far away. Our quest is to help with the retrieval of their ship's parts, which have scattered throughout the island's bay, so that their ship can be functional again. After that, the siblings fly off, thankful, leaving us with yet another challenge. The island's controllers left us to be eaten by sharks after last season's disaster. However, after the spy war, the island is vulnerable enough for other threats to arrive, like the Marauders. They arrive in space pods, trying to steal any loot they can scavenge straight from our hands. Now, the island is in bigger danger than we realize. The black hole had drawn the attention of not only marauders, but also cosmic forces from worlds beyond, both heroes and villains. Scorch marks appear in the mountains, revealing the star-spangling Captain America on a recon mission that kickstarts our greatest war yet, while Dio and Siona return with their ship to warn us, terrified by the godlike figure in the sky headed straight into the island. Okay, so now I'm gonna be reading the prelude to the Fortnite Marvel season. So I'm gonna do my best voice impressions, and it's gonna be peak, probably. 2 weeks. It had only been 2 weeks since Thor, the once Prince of Asgard and God of Thunder, had been crowned King of the Golden City in his father's stead. When Galactus, devourer of worlds, crashed into his home, desperate and beaten, and in need of help. 2 weeks as king before Galactus told him of the coming of the Black Winter and the death of all things. Of the existence of 5 special planets that, when consumed, would give Galactus the strength to push the winter back, to prevent its gnawing shadow from falling across the whole of reality. And so, the 2 weeks into bearing his father's crown and throne, Thor took a new title and rose as the new Herald of Thunder. As seen in Thor 2020, number 1. Was it MB? MB. Together, Thor and Galactus successfully discovered one of the 5 planets, and after Thor evacuated the planet's inhabitants via the Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge of Asgard, Galactus consumed the planet's energies, and they journeyed on to find the rest. But then, in the distance, in a moment existing between seconds, something else appeared, far, far beyond the fields we know.
There, the power. Infinite. I cannot escape its pull. If I feed on it, there will be nothing that can... Galactus, no! I must have it. Galactus will feed.
You forget yourself, Galen. We have a mission. You cannot. No time. I have to warn them before he gets to them. Have to... warn them. The island, close to zero. He can feel it at once, the King of Thunder, as he soars above the strange and vibrant land. Something pulling at him, trying desperately to work its magic on him, to fight through the power cosmic and the Odin force running through his god veins. He nor his ravens, Hugin and Munnin, know the meaning of the magic, but in their search for answers, among this strange place, they find something else. Life. Hello, and well met, stranger. I mean you no harm. I am Thor, King of Asgard. I come in peace. Please, tell me, what is this place? Where am I? Please, no. Again, I mean you no harm. I only just arrived. I have no quarrel with you and your... people? Please, I have come to warn you all. I am on your side. There is no need for battle, and I assure you, you do not want to do so against... Ah! Very well then. Please, stop this madness and speak to me. A great evil is coming, and I could feel your land already draining my memories away from me. I said, enough! Something is coming, something none of you will be able to defeat without my help, for I am the god of thunder, king of Asgard. I am... Crack-a-doom! Who am I? How did I get to this place? I remember... you, the one with the cat. You, I remember. Thor, though mind-wiped from the mysterious energies of the island, wields the lightning and the powers of a god, as if not a thing has been lost. I'm so good at reading. In any other place, a lost and furious god being swarmed upon by enemies unknown would not bode well for those that chose the fight. But here, in this strange place, there are larger concerns at hand, and as Thor fights with all the might of a god made king to restore, if even for a moment, his stolen memories, he looks to the sky and sees that dread has swallowed the once bright horizon. Odin's beard. That's it. Why I'm here. It's him. That Galactus, devourer of worlds, is coming. Sif! Odin's ravens, now Thor's, can travel through any dimensional barrier in existence, and in the time it takes for a single drop of rain to fall. Thor's message is delivered, screaming across the universe. Sif, quickly, Thor is in need of... I can see it through your eyes as well as his. To the warrior Sif, the unstoppable daughter of Asgard, worry not. And now, guardian of the mighty Rainbow Bridge, Help is on its way. Boom! Goddess of the Bifrost. I think, Odin, you arrived in time. Hurry, we must work together to stop Galactus before... Okay, let's all calm down, okay? I don't know about any of you, but I'm not exactly used to being magically teleported against my will, so 3 things. 1, where are we? 2, who are you? And 3, exactly who are all these people? To be continued in Fortnite Season 4. Yippee! A crack in the ground reveals Mjolnir, the hammer of Thor, the Asgardian god of thunder. He arrives on the island to retrieve his weapon to stop a great evil, only to lose his memory to the effects of the loop. Alongside Captain America, Thor was one of many from his world, designated as Reality 616 by the island's controllers, who stay in the shadows this season to arrive in hopes of preventing the island's total destruction. After spies, astronauts, and a flood, our reality has cracked enough for beings like Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds, to slip through from another world. His hands are the size of the entire island, and he seeks the power that's buried beneath it, the 0 point. For us, the only advantage to his size is the speed in which he travels through space, slowly, and so, throughout the season, heroes that have faced him before will help us defend the island from his hunger. To help stop Galactus, Thor brings other powerful beings from his world with Asgard's Bifrost, including the iron-handed Doctor Doom, the Attorney-at-Law She-Hulk, the kind-hearted Groot, and his best friend Rocket, and the inimitable, is that a word? Inimitable Mystique, the Goddess Storm, and the unstoppable Wolverine. Yet, the one to engineer a plan to save us is none other than Tony Stark, the invincible Iron Man. Thor was reluctantly serving as Galactus's herald to guide him into doomed planets so that he could consume them to sustain his existence. However, something had made his hunger insatiable. The black hole had sent shockwaves throughout every multiverse, and whoever was capable of sensing its power had been drawn to it. Before Galactus, however, the heroes and villains of 616 must face the island's own challenge. Any sentient being, no matter their power, has their abilities and memory locked away when entering the loop. They remember who they are, they must... Oh no. To remember who they are, they must fight their own instincts to survive. After Thor and Storm reawaken their thunder, just as the others also recover their powers and past, the Nexus War begins. Meanwhile, at the ruins of the agency, in the spirit of Halloween, Midas returns.
The following event is rated F for Fortnite bears. This fall, vengeance is a dish best served gold. Midas's revenge. The shadows will rise. Buckle up. The spirit world kicks into high gear. If you can't beat 'em, join 'em.
After being eaten by a shark, his henchmen had made a circle of spells that summoned their master from beyond. Before he almost turns us all into shadow, we defeat the ghoulish Phantom Midas as he gets dragged back into the underworld. Now back to the Nexus War. Quickly after his arrival, Stark had reverse-engineered the technology of the loop we fight in, as well as how the island was made, chunks from different worlds that converge for the 0 Point's own protection, and so he brings a city-sized chunk of his own industries from upstate New York onto the island by making beacons similar to the scientists from last chapter. As a response, Galactus unleashes Gorgers on the island to weaken the resistance against him. The heroes gather on the helicarrier, the flying headquarters of S.H.I.E.L.D., brought in with the Bifrost. Inside the ship, they can simulate Galactus' arrival on the island as well as deploy Quinjets to provide us resources to battle Gorgers. Yet, the battle for reality is already nearing its end.
Welcome to the party. You look like someone who needs a jetpack. There you go. We gotta stop Galactus from eating the 0 Point. You are free, right? stupid. Okay, energy readings are going berserk. By my calculations, if Galactus keeps absorbing the 0 point at that rate, we'll all be looking at a full reality collapse in... Doesn't matter. You know, the point is, we gotta move. You can drive a battle bus, right? Beginning transport? Now. And away we go. Okay, so I took the liberty of tinkering with your reality a bit. It's really no big deal. You can thank me later. I hacked your time loop thingy, made a few billion battle bus clones, and then turned them all into very powerful bombs. We need to get Galactus to eat as many buses as possible before he's done with the 0 point. If everything goes right, it'll open a portal and send him back where he came from. Hey, look, attack drones. Cute. You know, I was hoping we'd have an excuse to try out the battle bus's laser cannons. Give them a try. Oh, almost forgot. Your lasers won't do much to the big guy, but they should make short work of those drones. Look at that. You're a natural. Stay on target and don't explode. How's the handling on that thing? I didn't really get the chance to test it, so it might be a little, like a bus. Bus-like. I admire that enthusiasm, but again, you're driving a bomb, so let's be careful out there. Wow, that is really beautiful. Also really bad. We need to get him off the 0 point. Now. Okay, this is funny. Don't panic, but I think he spotted you. Hey, Blondie, got a bus over here that's getting a little hot.
Fear not. I shall divert your strange war wagon.
Plain English, Renfair. Driver, we're taking you up his arm. Just keep flying north and try not to let it freak you out, okay? Bad news? Galactus? Definitely out to get you. Good news? I got the stereo working. Wow, I am picking up a lot of robots. Yo, mutton chops. Think you could give us a hand?
Get me up there, bub. Joy is all yours.
Looks like he's taking the bait. Let's get you out of there. If this works, it's return to sender for all of us. And if it doesn't work, well, we had some laughs, right? Either way, you did good.
This is not possible.
You did it! Thank you, bus driver.
No matter our preparation, Galactus has arrived, and he hungers. He backhands the helicarrier out of the sky and sends us flying, only for us to be saved by Iron Man equipping us with a jetpack. Our best chance is to use the island's own battle bus, which brings everyone into each loop, as a weapon against Galactus. Stark plans to strap gamma bombs, the same power that made the mighty She-Hulk, into billions of battle bus clones made by hacking the loop's time mechanics. The Galactus's power makes him a star, and by making him collapse, we can punch a portal through space to send him back home. Galactus targets the ruins of the agency in the middle of the island, revealing that it was indeed the hidden location of the Zero Point, which gets ripped straight from the ground by Galactus's energy tendrils. He senses its power, and now he may take it. The Zero Point protects itself and the island from being absorbed by Galactus by bringing us to the in-between, the nexus of all realities, just as it did before. There, Stark reveals the upgraded battle buses, now equipped with laser cannons, for us to drive. Galactus deploys attack drones to stall us from getting near him while he consumes the Zero Point. But with the hero's help, we make it just in time. A billion exploding battle buses straight to the face forces Galactus to retreat forever into his own world, where he will meet his own fate. Now away from the in-between and back on the island, we remain in the aftermath.